Can your niche be too narrow? Top tips on picking yours and why you should never go broad. And specifically what I'm going to cover is why it's important to pick a niche. It is really important. How to pick it. And more importantly, if you're running a business, which obviously you are, how to monetize it. So first let me introduce yourself. I'm Sue Begent. I'm a sales, marketing and mindset coach. I specialize in helping ambitious women coaches confidently launch a premium program, create a multi-six-figure income, develop sales confidence and mindset freedom. So, what's a niche? If you tuned in to video number 3 in this series on Ideal Client, and you can find all of these trainings by putting hashtag 10 in 10 become unstoppable in the search bar of either LinkedIn or Facebook, you'll know that I don't recommend psychographics or demographics or income or any of that. That's not how I recommend that you identify your ideal client if you are a coach in the transformation space. Why? Because powerful marketing as a coach comes from strong messaging. And messaging is everything that you write in your emails, your posts, on your landing pages, your web copy, and more. And what is it that makes messaging powerful? Emotional resonance. Connecting at a very deep level with your ideal client and finding that part of you which is a part of them and vice versa. And that's where that connection comes from. How deeply you understand your ideal client's pain and their desired outcome, and how personally connected you feel to it. In most cases, it happens because it was part of your life journey, a part that's now healed, even if it's still evolving. A part that gives you inspiration every day to reach back and help others who are further back on that same journey and are suffering and need the help that you have to provide. And they need what you have learned in order to get way beyond that place, way faster than you did, without all of that zigzag and delay while you learned all of this stuff that you're now going to impart to them. And in this way, your pain becomes your purpose. Writing posts or email or going live in your business with real emotional power is possible when you tap into the pain that your clients are feeling, remembering what it was like to walk in their shoes back then. And why does that make your messaging powerful? Because only someone who has actually walked every step of that difficult journey can truly understand and communicate what it's like to go through all of that, and also to have a map and a compass that can light their way home from all that they're going through. And when you can articulate that in that deep way, that way that only somebody who really understands it can communicate it, that builds massive trust. And you don't have to have a mirror life, by the way, just a meaningful core of the Venn diagram of what you and they have experienced. When you communicate from that place, that's what gives real power to your messaging. And that's why you need a niche and an ideal client. And really, for me, these are sort of overlapping in many ways. Getting this right is so pivotal, and it's why I go into this in real depth in my program, Become Unstoppable. I have a whole section dedicated to it, and I provide a ton of support to my clients to get it right. Because how can you build a really kick-ass program that really gets client results if you don't have a specific idea who it's for and exactly the pain that they need help with? And having this depth of connection stops you speaking in generalities. Generalities that get lost in the scroll, lost in the myriad of communication that's going on online today, and instead gives everything that you do power. And by the way, insight at this level means that you know more clearly what your clients need than they do. You have the perspective of the complexities involved instead of the surface level symptoms that your clients believe are the main issues that are going on for them. And I went into that a little bit more a couple of days ago in number 4 of this series, hashtag 10 in 10 Become Unstoppable. Now, one of the key questions, and certainly something I would have asked when I was brand director in corporate marketing, is, well, how many people need to have that pain in order to build a successful business? Can you go too narrow? If you go too narrow, there simply aren't enough of them. Well, how big or small does that niche need to be? It really is an important question. And there's a logic factor, and then there's an emotional factor that comes. A bigger pond or a smaller one? If you don't currently have many clients, narrowing into what feels like a really small pond is probably going to trigger a lot of fear in you right now. It's very hard to narrow in without help because of all of those fears of scarcity. You have to deal with those fears. But if you don't deal with them and you don't narrow in and you don't get super specific in order to hit all the points that resonate with this bigger variety of people, you're going to have to talk in a lot of generalities. Be a chameleon, spread yourself thin, and that means no deep connection, no deep insights, no deep emotional resonance with potential clients. So how small is too small? Well, if you're going to run Facebook ads, that type of tactic, you're going to be able to want to reach around 1 million people, just, below or above, who have the specific problem that you solve. Many people, and me included, have been down this route in the quest to find clients. Here's the thing though, when you get properly dialed in on your client and you create a resonant message, and when you offer a premium program, giving them your A game, like everything that they need, you don't overwhelm them, but you're giving them all the steps that they really need, not just a piece of it. When you support them comprehensively while they go through that program, you don't necessarily need a big audience or all of that marketing complexity. Because when you only need 1 to 4 clients a month to make a multi-6-figure income, you don't need a complex marketing machine. You can actually do nearly all of it organically. And that means that you don't need to spend 80% of your time figuring out funnels or webinars or Facebook ads, which, by the way, none of those will work if you don't have your messaging dialed in. And you haven't mastered writing in your business, by the way, which is something else I teach my students. Because it's like this. When you are serving your clients at a really high level and getting paid for it, and yes, those clients are out there, they are, you may only need a total of maybe even 20 clients a year to make $250,000, maybe $500,000 a year. And if you make it a premium group course, which clients actually love, they really do, it's actually better than one-on-one. And I'm talking, premium small groups. I'm not talking large groups here at all. I'm talking, now everybody wins, including you and your dream of an easier life. So if you'd like to know more about what I do, check out my website at www.cocreationzone.com. And if you like what you see there and it resonates with you, schedule an appointment with me, especially if you're ready to expand your income and your impact. If you are ready to own your amazing value and your worth and get paid $5, $10, $15, $20,000 to do it, to embrace the power of who you really are. And if you're open and determined to boldly go where your vision is leading you, because you know that you want more ease and flow in your business and life, and if you are willing to show up for yourself, your clients, and those you love, and ready to step up with the right support to get there with simplicity and ease. If you want to see more of these trainings, as I mentioned, put hashtag 10 in 10 Become Unstoppable in the search bar of either LinkedIn or Facebook. You'll see all of the trainings that I've done so far. There will be 10 in total. This is number 5. Don't miss next Tuesday when I'll be back covering how to make sure that your marketing is fun and not just hard work. Join me then. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you then. Bye for now.